In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use these materials for a back-to-school themed language activity. And in another video, I've shown how you can use these for a receptive language task. But for this video, I'm going to show you how I use it for an expressive language task. And this activity is based on Derbyshire language scheme, and which encourages the development of a student's receptive and expressive language skills in terms of the number of keywords that they use. The other video for the receptive language task, I encourage you to watch that. It gives some explanation of how to build up keyword levels of understanding and also explains the materials. So, but just a brief overview, I've got some picture vocabulary here and some more inside. And here I've got a picture of the girl, obviously, and she's a backpack. It's laminated and set up so the students can put things inside. And then she also has a desk too. And I have a boy over here, and I will show you that one in a minute. So the students can have fun by giving you instructions. So they're going to be kind of the teacher and tell you what to do, or you can tell them to tell another student what to do. So they have fun kind of giving the instructions rather than taking instructions all the time. And when I'm working with this type of activity, I can go from a receptive to an expressive item within the whole session. But for the purposes of showing you, I'm going to show you how to build up expression, and in the other video it shows how to build up receptive skills. So for a student who is working just at maybe single word expressive vocabulary, I can put out two items like this, and I can ask them, I can explain that we're going to play a game where the children are tidying up, putting their things away, and we're going to help them get all their things back where they should be. And so I would ask the student, what should we put away? And see if they can name one of the items that they want to put away. And using your usual expressive language cueing strategies, you can use things like false alternatives. So should we put away the book or the scissors, and see if they can decide which one or name the one they want to put away. So say the student says book, so we can take that one off, and then again we can ask them, where should we put it? Should we put it in the backpack or in the desk, and see if they can make a choice. And sometimes they still want to do the actual putting away because they enjoy that, but if they want to give you instructions, sometimes they want you to put it away. So let's say we're going to put the book in the backpack for this one. And again, expressively, we want to always have a contrast here. So I would probably pick out a different item, and again, ask the student, now which one should we put away? So with this activity, you're just expecting a single word of response. If I want to encourage a student to put a couple of words together, I might encourage them and give them choices. I'll say, oh, look, we need to put the things away. What should we do? Should we put the lunch box in the backpack, or should we put the scissors in the desk? And see if you can encourage the two keyword combination there. Again, if they use little words around the two keywords, that's great. But if they only say scissors, desk, then that's what we're aiming to get, is those two keywords together when working on very basic language. And again, you can use forced alternatives and modeling and demonstration to try and pull the two keywords. I also point to the pictures for children who really need help building up the sentence. So what are we going to do? We're going to put the scissors in the desk. So you can kind of stage it like that. So let's go ahead and put the scissors in the desk. And when we want to try and build up three keywords, we can start using maybe some big and little items. So here I would try and do some modeling to try and demonstrate the kind of sentence that I want them to say, or the length of sentence. So I might give an example like, oh, I want to put the big glue in the desk. What do you want to do? Or what do you want me to do? And see if they can build a similar sentence. Oh, put the small lunchbox in the backpack. And if they only say lunchbox backpack, then you can try and again build that sentence saying, oh, well, should we put the big lunchbox in the backpack or the small lunchbox in the backpack? Sometimes it's very difficult to draw out that extra word. So again, I might just do lots of modeling. So if they say lunchbox backpack, I might say, oh, look, there's a big lunchbox and a small lunchbox and a big glue and a small glue. Do you want me to put the big glue in the desk, or do you want me to put the small lunchbox in the backpack, and see if we can pull out those three words? And again, you can use pointing to help them build up the sentence. For children who are really having a lot of difficulties, you can actually use kind of your sentence strips and put icons down here for like small and then lunchbox and then backpack to try and build a sentence. But that's another type of cueing. So they can go ahead and put small lunchbox in the backpack. And if we're really pushing them to longer sentences, and if they're using 3 or 4 keywords in a sentence, they typically should be using some elements of grammar in the smaller words too at that point. So just to be aware of that. If we have the picture of the boys things too, we can push them up to 4 keywords. So again, we would have, prior demonstrated, this is the boy's backpack, this is the boy's desk, this is the girl's backpack, this is the girl's desks, and look, we've got all these things to put away. What should we do? And I would again try and give an example and put some things out, like, oh, look, I'm going to put the big pencil in the boy's desk. What do you want to do? And again, try and build them up to using those 4 keywords. You can also use this to work on pronouns like we did with the receptive part of it. So I might put something in there and look, let's put it somewhere else and say, oh, look, where did we put it? Did we put it in her backpack or did we put it in his backpack? So it's a way to build up expressively with pronouns. And again, in terms of Derbyshire language scheme, we're really looking at the number of keywords they use in a sentence. We're also going to look at their use of grammar and all the smaller words, but knowing where a student is at with using number of keywords is always a good way to start measuring where you want to go with your therapy. And then also looking at their grammar development. Is their grammar development matching up with their sentence length? And do we need to start building in some elements of grammar if they are using longer sentences with a lot of content words? So this activity we did with picture material. You can do it with real objects, and that's always fun. The children really enjoy that in my experience, whether they're in preschool or students, or some of our special ed students with delayed language skills.